Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Kamen Zero Spike back again once again, and today people, today we're here for Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger episode 36. And in this episode it was basically like a Mira centric episode, with her kind of reconciling herself with, like, well, not really reconciling, but just dealing with some best friend type stuff. And also we see that the ISA is looking for more information about the Hashirasans, and we see that three of our Boonboomger basically give them the deets on what the Hashirarasan are essentially collecting gasoline for. And we see that the ISA has their own little ulterior motives in the background, considering from what we see next week's episode is going to be like. But this episode was dope. We see it. We have a girl. We have Mira's best friend since middle school. Her name is Aki. Aki's a little bit down on her luck and stuff, and she's still trying to deal with her own problems and stuff. But she also sees that Mira is Boon Pink, and she sees them saving the world. We start off this episode with them like defeating like some giant grunts and seeing how they save the world, save the city, and seeing how so many people like love Mira, and how many people love Mira, love the Boonboomger, and just calling them heroes and stuff like that. And Aki's just kind of there, like she's like the best friend of a superhero in the city, and she feels a little bit inadequate about it. She feels like her life really isn't going anywhere. She's already giving up she's also giving up one of her dreams and things like that. She just got a job and stuff. She's dealing with stuff. And we see that Mira ends up giving her Boom Boom Changer, and we see that I'm like, why would you give her that? I get that. I get it. That's your best friend. You trust her, and we see that Mira is working at a Toys R Us. Man, the memories that flowed into my head when I saw that logo, when I saw Jeffrey the giraffe. Like, it was so nostalgic. It was Toys R Us and Babies R Us. Like, it was really cool to see that. I'm guessing that Toys R Us still like exists. Major Toys R Us still like exists in some stores and stuff like that. It was really cool. It felt really nostalgic for me to see that. So we see that Mira's working at this Toys R Us with Aki, and they're still they're dealing with stuff. They're having best friend stuff, and we do see that three of our Boonboomger are talking to the ISA, and while our three Boonboomger are talking to the ISA, we see that Sashiro is listening in on their conversation. We say it's Genba, it's Genba, Sakito, and Bion Diesel. They're all talking to him, and they basically tell him that they ask him, like, what is he planning on doing with all this gasoline, and he basically says that he's collecting all this gasoline because if he absorbs all the gasoline, it essentially makes him live forever. That's basically the thing. Like, he takes all the gasoline, absorbs it into himself, and it basically makes him immortal. I was kind of thinking it was going to be something a little bit more than that, and it might be something a little bit more than that going down the line. But for now, I guess that's just what we know Wild Spender is basically trying to do. So we see that in this episode that Aki ends up taking the Boom Boom Changer, and we see that our three idiots basically created two auto monsters to basically make two different attacks at the same time and basically collect twice the gasoline. So we had like the vacuum monster and like the squid thing again, and those two are like, they're kind of somewhat working as a team, but also collecting gasoline throughout the city. We see that all our Boonboomger go off to basically fight them off. Aki sees this, and she tries to run in and fight one of the monsters. She tries to transform with the Boom Boom Changer, and it didn't work. We see that Mira was kind of taken aback that Aki actually tried to use the Boom Boom Changer and didn't give it back to her and stuff like that. She went to go find it. Aki wouldn't answer the phone, and she's like, no, I'm keeping it. It's mine. I'm gonna be Boom Pink. Which she does look like she could be a ranger and stuff, which this is the same actress that played Flint in Zenkaiger. And I was kind of hoping that, man, are we getting a Zenkaiger crossover now? That would be awesome. I was thinking we was going to get that, but no, it's a different girl. Same actress, but whole different character. But yeah, so she tries to transform with the Boom Boom Changer, and it doesn't work. Apparently, yeah, so we see that she didn't change right. She didn't rev the wheel on the side of it to change. And I was thinking that, oh, maybe the changers only work for their respected Boonboomger, but I guess anybody can use them if they do the henshin right. But yeah, she tries to transform and it doesn't work, and then that's when Sakito comes in and saves her from the auto monster. And then that's when Sakito and Taya end up hitching up and fighting the monster off, while Mira gets Aki to safety. So you see that one of the monsters does end up attacking the girls after they have like a heart-to-heart talk and stuff like that, and we're friends, they reconcile and stuff like that. And that's when both the monsters come in, and they ended up defeating both. And we see that Mira single-handedly ends up defeating both the monsters by herself while in her champion form, and she also used the duplicate ability and makes 2 of herself. So that's why everybody thought that this girl was gonna be another Boon Pink, but turns out it's not. It's just Mira using an ability, which I was kind of disappointed about, because I was kind of hoping that she would actually change. Like I was looking forward to seeing that. But we would have had a 7th. Yeah, we would have had a 7th ranger, but it would have been a pink. But yeah, it was a little disappointing for me. But at the same time, it was still good. We see that Mira takes down both these monsters simultaneously by herself, and then we get our mecha fight. And we see that we'll kind of get a mecha fight, and we end up taking out taking both of them out with our brand new mech that we defeated Daras with. And then that's when the girls reconcile again. They get in the car together, they leave and stuff together. And then that's when Sashiro comes up and talks to Taya and tells him that, hey, I gotta tell you something. And he's talking about the whole meeting that had earlier in the episode with the ISA. Then we get a scene with Wild Spender. He's getting dressed and getting ready to come to Earth, and we see that his prison him, and he calls his second in command, I guess his name is Grants. So we're gonna see most likely is gonna see what Grants looks like. Well, I guess it's just gonna be a while before Spender gets to Earth. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what Grants looks like. I feel like this guy's gonna be a really, really big problem. But other than that, we see that's when Wild Spender, he ends up transforming his entire prison rock thing that he had. It transforms, it grows some wheels, and he's off through space on his way to Earth. And yeah, and then after that, we see both the girls like have another heart to heart, and they get in the car together and they drive off into the BAM. So but yeah, I'm really excited to see what the ISA is truly trying to do. And it seems like next episode we're gonna see Taya and Sashiro fight each other, and it also looks like they're gonna be like evil clones of some of the Rangers walking around. Like, that's gonna be kind of wacky. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. But yeah, this episode was cool. Furthered the plot, had a good nice balance between A plot and B plot. Had the guys in the background dealing with the ISA, because they being shady and also being smart on their end by having their super spy guy in the background listen to all this listen to all this stuff, so they can have their own plan going forward, because we know that they know that they can't truly trust the ISA. But yeah, I really like this episode. Had a really good balance between the A plot and the B plot. Still had the atmosphere of a filler episode, but still also had a lot of main plot stuff being driven and foreshadowed, and pushed forward, which I really liked. Boonboomger got it like that. But other than that, you guys let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about this episode of Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and remember, as I always say, stay henshined.